Hi, everyone. We've reached the last part of our semester. We're in the last week of classes, and you know that you have no quizzes or new assignments this week because this is your week to finish up your final project, your final presentation. And a number of you got your topics into me. There are some of the best topics I've seen this year. So really nice topics from many of you. And some of you have been falling behind, I think, and maybe you didn't realize what a big deal this project is. And so I want to just go over a few of the things for you, talk to you about the resources, show you what this looked like last year, and encourage you to get on top of it because it's not likely you can pass the class without doing the project. So just in a nutshell, each of you is asked to find something in the world around you and think about how you would like to see it change. But that's only a piece of it. That's step one. That's the assignment that was due recently, is thinking of a topic and why it should change. But the crux of it is to take these principles of social psychology, in particular, the stuff you learned in the chapter on attitudes, influence, and persuasion. And instead of just having all these marketers use it against us to sell us stuff, you're going to use it. You're going to use those very sales techniques that we learn in social psychology and use them to change for the common good. Now, if I was going to do this project right now, my dog just got out of the hospital because she ate someone's rat poison and she started bleeding into her lungs and she almost died. And I, in general, even before this, felt pretty strongly about subjecting those creatures in the world around us to painful deaths, especially for no reason. There's a mouse living in my shed and I don't want it to live there, And so that's the idea that I would work with. But from listening to me right now, maybe, and I know that the least effective way to deliver a message is for me to stand up and say, oh, I know best. You all need to do what I say. Bad strategy. People don't want to listen to me. We all think we know best. And so if you're going to use social psychology concepts, you have to be wise about knowing your audience, about how you're going to effectively work with that audience and persuade that audience. And it's kind of tricky. So that's what this project is about. So to help you with the project, I've provided a lot of resources for you. And I'm going to share my screen and share some resources with you right now. So the things that have been provided for you all along are, and let me get to where I'm trying to go here. Somehow or other, I lost my place here. So let me just pause my recording a moment and get to where I need to go. So first of all, here's our course. And you might be saying to yourself, where is it that these resources are? And so you'll just go into your course. And if you have a small screen, you're going to have to open up this side menu using an arrow. And once you open the side menu, you'll see this link to Final Project. And you'll see that this is where our resources are. So first off, there's information. So I prepared a really detailed video for you, linked right here, that describes this project. And I also let you download the slides so that you can look at them without having to watch the video again. So watch it. That's your project. It's a quarter of your grade. You can't pass the class without doing the project. Your deadlines are on here. I've tried to give you access to all the information you need. So going back here, you'll also see resources. So what I've asked you to do to think about this project is to read an article, and there's a link to certain articles. You can choose one and read it, and this will give you an example of how other people, these researchers, use these social psychology concepts to change behavior. There's a value sort activity that you have an option of using to help understand your audience, and a link to a motivational interviewing technique that you can use to find out what people are thinking when they engage in this particular behavior. And then there's a template that you can download and you can take my information off it and replace it with yours. And of course, you're all going to be grading each other. And so this is available for you too. So that's the information from our course. What this looked like last term is, and I'm going to go into last semester and show you how it actually played out. So here, this was our fall 2021 Generating Change Conference, and many of these videos are down, but this is what students were asked to do, to choose presentations to attend, and then click on a link to share their feedback with the presenter and to submit their grading sheet. And so you can see some of these have been taken down, but this is what we're going to have in the end. You're going to submit a video link to me. I'm going to create this program and this discussion board, and you're going to watch these videos, and this will be your final project. This is what it looked like in a different term. And finally, I think some of you weren't sure what this title and abstract assignment was all about. And so I want to, excuse me, I want to show you an example here of what those might look like. And let me see if I can pull it up properly here. Whoops, I had it open and then I kept accidentally forgetting to share my screen. So I've done this recording like 3 times and I still don't have it open. So let me see if I can get the proper document back open again. So let me see if I can pause the recording while I get it. So this is the program that I created for a different class in fall 2020. You can see there was a cover for the program and then all of the presentations. And these are all linked. So if you click on one, you can find out what they described about their presentation. And so this is sort of what these abstracts look like in a different class. So you can just see that some of these are a bit longer. They don't really have to be that long. It's just a paragraph describing in detail what your presentation is about. And here are some from last term. This is what these abstracts look like from last term. You can see that they just described what the presentation was, that they're delivering a message to a particular audience with a particular goal and what that goal was. So one thing that I have seen is I just want to encourage you to be pretty specific. You can't change the world. I can't change everyone in the world from using rat poison. So I have to set a reasonable goal. And so what might my goal mean? Maybe my goal would just be to ask people to stop using rat poison in outdoor areas, and in particular areas where those poisoned rodents might be eaten by another animal and therein be poisoned themselves. So maybe that would be it. Or to encourage humane traps, or to encourage, I don't like poison at all because it's so painful to the animals, but to encourage live traps or other ways if these are posing a threat to the integrity of the building or to the health of your home or to the supplies that you keep in a particular area. So I would have a limited goal. I wouldn't try to change the world. I wouldn't at this point try and get poisons to be banned in the United States. You know, that's too big. I maybe would just start with a small scale presentation designed to get people to change their attitudes based on what we've learned in social psychology. And those little articles will help. You'll read one and you'll find out, oh, that's how they used it, and it will help you. So if you need more guidance than this, feel free to meet with me. My office hours for today are over, but you can schedule a meeting and we can chat about your ideas some more. I'm really looking forward to this conference and to watching all of your presentations, and I want all of you to be successful in the course, so my hopes are with you. All right, thanks for your work. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck finishing up your semester.